Hello YouTube, this is James. I will be doing an Apache virtual host setup. This will be useful if you're studying for the RHCE and just in general because you will be running into this if you're a Linux admin or a technician and you're working with a customer's Linux box or server. This will be useful in the long run. So let's get to it. I have this already set up to tutorial.example.com for this virtual box. If you have a server or another virtual box with another IP address, you'd put it into here, the etc hosts. You put the IP address and you put the example.com that you want to test. Notice that I have 4, but we're going to use the tutorial.example.com because that I haven't configured yet. We're going to go through it together. If you don't know your IP address, it's IPA, and you'll see it right there. Now, I trust that you already know how to install it and start it and enable it, but just in case, you would want to use the groups install basic web server. You want to do that, right? Then you'll systemctl start httpd. You'll do status httpd. You do enable, which is very helpful in RHCE because you have to HTTPD or whatever you do in RHCE has to survive a reboot, and enable means that it will come up when you reboot the server. If you just start it and you haven't enabled it, it's not going to come up. You have to start it again. The next thing I want to show is our httpd-t. That'll show if you did any syntax errors, and it's very helpful just in case you can't get Apache started normally or it's not working for you. httpd-t will tell you if you're having any syntax errors. So let's get to it. How are we gonna set this up? Well, in RHCE you could set it up this way that I'll show you. If you're in a customer's system and they have their web server configured differently, you might see it somewhere else. But for the RHCE and for this tutorial, we're gonna do it this way. So we're gonna go into the httpd main configuration file, httpd.conf, and you can see here that I already have directories that I've tested out. We're going to, and I already set up, no, I didn't set up a directory, which is awesome. tutorial.example.com. You'll generally see that in web servers that have more than one virtual host, more than 2, 3, you're gonna have this. Usually it's in var www tutorial.example.com, var www another domain name .example.com. On this one, for the CC and to get prepared, you want to do it in different directories because you need SELinux to accept it and to be okay with it, be cool with it. So right now I'm just gonna, oh, and if you don't know what to do, put here, you're basically gonna copy var www. This will be here when you install Apache. That will be in the configuration file. All granted. And then you're gonna complete it by doing a slash directory. Alrighty, let's see if syntax errors here. None, Carl. Okay. Cool. Just check. Alrighty. Now we're gonna make a directory. Tutorial.example.com. Tutorial.example.com. Oh, and make sure to do -p for multiple directories. Now we're going to go into the directory. We're going to do a file, index.html. Let's keep it simple. Let's say this is the tutorial vhost. Let's write that out. Now I want to show you something. You see this? That's the context label that you want. Because if you have SELinux in enforcing mode, which you have to have, the RHCE, you're going to need the directory or the file to have that. cbd sys content t. Alrighty. So let's do that. What is the context label default? See, default. Alrighty. So how are we gonna change this? Well, it's easy. Man httpd. Nope. Man se manage f context. Gonna search sample, and it's gonna be right here. Add file context for everything under this directory. In our case, we're gonna replace this with tutorial. I'm just gonna copy all this with the comment. Gonna quit this. Just gonna paste that here. Now, just go above here and put my directory. Tutorial. Then everything after that, anything under that directory, and then that directory, or the files. It's gonna be that. Actually do it twice, just to be on the safe side. You don't have to do it twice. But I like doing this. I don't know why, I just do. Alrighty. On this one though, you don't, because it's gonna do everything recursively. Tutorial. So uncomment that out. Boom. Now, if you see tutorial, oh, good, good, good. Awesome. Now that's good. So when we do configure the vhost, which we're going to do right now, we don't have to worry about SELinux giving us any problems. Now we're going to set up the vhost in conf.d. And let's just cat out one of these real quick. web.example.conf. This is how we're going to have it. We're going to put virtual host. We could do 80, but you want to get used to 443. Because you'll see that a lot. You'll see both of them a lot, especially if you want to like rewrite or redirect anybody that's going to the HTTP to HTTPS. We want to get used to this because this is one of the objectives, having a certificate. Document root, all that good stuff, right? But let's say we didn't have that. We're just gonna create a new one. tutorial.example.com.conf. You have to make sure it ends with .conf. You could put whatever here, unless they ask specifically on the test, or your customer asks specifically that you do it this way. Alrighty, so let's get started. You're gonna do virtual host. That star 443. You could indent it, or you can have it that way. Let's indent it. Server name. Make sure that's uppercase S, uppercase N, space, whatever the server name is going to be. In this case, it's tutorial.example.com. You could do server alias. In this case, we're not going to do that, but it's nice to have. You could do server admin, and then you just put the admin name, admin at whatever, So in this one, it'll be tutorial.example.com. I'll just leave that out. Document root is what's important. Tutorial.example.com. What else is there? The error log, right? Error log. Alright, my bad. Error log. Let's not do that one right now because I want to get to SSL engine on. You're going to want to do the SSL certificate file. Then you're going to put key file, but let's not do that right now. Let's just end this because we'll get back to this one. Now, what are you going to want to do to get an SSL certificate? There's OpenSSL, but I prefer GenKey. Just put GenKey tutorial.example.com. Notice that it's going to say the key will be stored in this file path, and this path, certificate in this path. Alrighty. Don't do 512 or 1024. It might not let you, and you'll be wasting time. 2048 or above. I'd recommend this one, and it says recommended. Because it's medium speed, it's not going to be slow, and you need speed on there. Now, the RHCE might provide you already with the key and where the path is on that certificate. So you don't have to worry about this, but we're going to get this started because we need it. We don't have the key file. And this will take some time. So depending on how long it will take, I'll probably pause the video and then return when it's completed. Hello, we are back. It's gonna take a few more seconds, and the file should be downloaded. Alrighty, here we are. Would you like to send this? No, because it's not a valid one. Encrypt the private key. You do not want to do that. And if they don't provide the key or the file, and you have to go and use and set up GenKey on the RHCE test, this will not survive a reboot. Because every time you reboot, you're gonna have to. It says right here, every time the server starts, you have to enter the passphrase, and you're gonna be there when it restarts. So let's not do that. Next, you could put whatever you want here. The only thing that matters is the common name. Next, and there you go. It tells you where it's at. Output will be written to right here and right here. Let's copy that. And let's go back to our vhost configuration. SSL certificate file. It's going to be the file that the file path that the certificate's on. Certificate key file is the next one that you put on there. And this is pretty much it. You have the cert, you have the key. Let's write that out. Now let's see if we have any syntax errors, and it's gonna not come up. Let's see. So let's restart. HTTPD. I was hoping there would be an error because it'd be good to troubleshoot it. Not everything is gonna go easy. So let's do HTTPS. Oh, and make sure you download elinks. Just install elinks. Tutorial.example.com. See what happens. Let's go to Firefox. Tutorial.example.com. It will show this because it is a self-signed certificate. Just go understand the risks, add exception. You could confirm security exception, but this is to view it, to see if you do in fact have it. And for the final confirmation, this is the tutorial vhost. There we go. Now something to note. If you do this, it'll just go to default web server. I already have the default web server set up, but it's not gonna redirect to HTTPS. Right? You have to actually put HTTPS on there. That has to deal with the redirects, and you can do that with mod rewrite or htaccess. We're not going to do this in this video. We'll do that in later videos. I just wanted to give you the vhost configuration, and that's how we do it. So again, install, start, enable, make sure the status is good. Make sure you have no syntax errors. You could do that setup through the main config file, and even though this stuff is not there, you'll have this one, and you basically just do that. The next video that we will do will be password protected, and that should be a fun one. Has to do with HTTP password. We'll go over how to make a user that has access to it. So when we say require valid user for that specific directory or vhost, when we go to, let's say, we might even be able to do that with tutorial.example.com. We might use that, or we might use another one. But let's say this was password protected. We'll see how to set it up and to have a user have access, get a user access. So that'll be in the next video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. There'll be many useful videos to get to some fun stuff. Alright, until next time. Thank you.